record by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Green is out there with Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3 slot. Here's Sharp. Warriors with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Curry's shot is off. Blazers on offense. Here's Kamare. Pass to Ayton. Fires from deep. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Simon's on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Podziemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Abdia can't hit. The Warriors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. A nice shot by Moody.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Kamare. The 3. Now here's Sharp. Shoots over Podziemski. Abdia just 3 to shoot. And it's Sharp missing. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Lets it go with the 3. Abdia with the rebound. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Pass to Simons. Here's Kamare. It's picked off. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Warriors shooting their first free throw this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Eibel's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. Heald's checked in. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And stolen by Sharp. Wide open to the hoop. Eibel for 3. Offensive rebound. Now here's Sharp. Defense is right there. Outside, Simons. Nails the wide open jump shot. Simons has got a couple of threes now in the first for Portland.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And it's Butler missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Basket counts.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Pajemski. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, Avdia. Weigl on the wing. And another 3 for Portland.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Hield. Payton is out there with Kuminga. And it's Spencer in at the point. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Kuminga goes in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. To the wing right side. And another 3 for Portland.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Kuminga down low. Grant on him.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Into the lane. Thibault kicks to Henderson. Back to Thibault. Fires for 3. Pass to Kamare. Fires away from way outside. Now here's Thibault. Henderson, no one around him. Knocks down the 3 ball. Henderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Kicks it out to Grant. Launches it. The Warriors pull it in.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Payton from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Portland leading by 13. Here's Henderson. Buries it down low. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Outside, Kuminga, the 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Kamare. Clock at 6. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Jacks up a 3. Out to Henderson. Trailblazers keep it alive. Lets it go from deep. And the 3 ball is good. Henderson's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Portland.
Carter Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Trailblazers leading by 16. Pass to Klingon for three. And the Trailblazers another three.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Great open look there. Kuminga's got 8 here in the quarter.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
Klingon, no good with the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Kuminga dishes to Hield. There's the triple. And Klingon pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Got a hand on it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga.
Substitution on the court.
"16 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Kamare. Buries it from three-point range. Kamare's got 6.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Green, no luck. And so it's Portland with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. They've got Ayton and Fernie Simons out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's Deni Avdija, and it's Kamare in at the 3. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Sharpe finds Simons. They get the rebound, and Ayton throws it down.
Just a strong sequence there from DeAndre Ayton.
Curry fires from way outside. Portland grabs the miss. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's an 18-point lead. Pass to Avdija. Simons surveying the D. From the arc. And another 3 for Portland.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Sharpe, the pass to Ayton. Over Green. And it's Ayton missing. Warriors trail by 21. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. I was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Simons kicks to Avdija. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, their pass to Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 9 points.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
So for the Trailblazers, Grant, he's checked in for Shaden Sharp, and Henderson subbed in for Anthony Simon. And the Warriors also making a change. Payton, he's checked in for Moses Moody. For three, Henderson. Rebound by Butler. Warriors trail by 16. Curry way outside. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about a long bomb. Good luck catching that thing cleanly.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Portland. Then for the Warriors, Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Draymond Green. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. Ayton kicks to Thybulle. Portland again missing. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 12.
Nice find from the big man, Ayton. I like watching this man scan the floor.
A second chance effort. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And Jackson-Davis gets it to go.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes the 3. Shot by Pajemski, no good. Trailblazers leading by 17. To the inside. It's deflected. Payton with it. Now defended by Grant. Pass to Pajemski. And stolen by Thybulle. Back to Butler. Fires the 3. From deep, Jimmy Butler.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Deep 2 from Thybulle. Off the left rim and out. Payton from outside. That shot, no good. Grant for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Portland with a 14-point lead as we... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Payton in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Avdia. Off target from three-point range. Warriors trail by 14. Over to the left wing. Payton dishes to Kuminga. There's the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Warriors with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Kuminga's got it.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Curry. For the 3. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Grant the pass to Thybulle. Hands it from downtown.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Klingon with it. Grant sets a screen for Klingon. That 3 off the mark. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Payton. A 3-ball. Klingon shot is off. Warriors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Hield can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Klingon, again the miss by the Trailblazers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it. Right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Hield kicks to Payton. 3-pointer. The shot by Curry, no good. Trailblazers leading by 9. To the paint. And it's Klingon with the jam.
And what a setup for Klingon, who just has to reach up to throw down that lob.
Here's Jackson Davis. Curry deciding where to go with it. Curry! What else is new?
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Warriors trail by 8. 1:16 left in the game. Now here's Hield, defended by Thibault. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kuminga with a wide open look. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. The Trailblazers shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. From deep 3-point land. It's rebounded by Payton. And so Payton will bring it up for Golden State. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Thibault from deep 3-point territory. Warriors with the rebound. Hield outside. Lets the 3 fly. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Just an unselfish play from Curry, always ready to move the ball and his body to help an open shooter.
From deep 3-point territory. Off on that one. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little closer than that.
floor tonight. How do you think it'll play out?
Well, both teams want to run, so in that case, a lot of it comes to which team wants to run back on defense. You can't just outrun people one way. There's going to have to be a lot of intelligence and patience out on the floor tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. Now here's Moran. Pass to Edey. The shot's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Simon's shot is good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Morant with it. About a minute played here so far in the first.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024. Blaine.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. From downtown, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Here's Kamari. Again, the miss by Portland.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Simons passes to Sharp. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Now here's Bain. Here's Edey. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. He said John Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Bain, no good. Portland trailing here. Down low. Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamari. Now here's Simons. Guarded by Bain. Pulls up. And it's Simons missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Here's Moran. And it's Portland with a rebound. And one thing that Moran has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Greg.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Jackson attacking. Ooh, basket interference. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Portland.
Substitution on the court.
Trailblazers lead by 3. And he drives in. The rebound by Edey.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Here's Aldama. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Morant, the pass to Clark. Outside for Morant. Outside Bain. Pass to Clark. Clark with a screen on Simons. Bain, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
There's the triple. And it's Simons missing. Memphis has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Portland leading. Here's Grant. Yet to see a basket. Simons outside. Back to Grant. Takes a three. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers up by 4. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
DeAndre Ayton is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Grant in at the 3. That's the group for Portland starting the second.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Now here's Simons. He's guarded closely. That's good from Grant. On the assist by Ayton. Grant's got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Aldama outside. Pass to Pippen, and there's a 3-second violation. Klingett, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Memphis making a switch here. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Rim protection and shooting so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest. Three-pointer Sharpe. He can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Trailblazers lead by 7. Here's Thybulle. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pippen, pass to Jackson. Some room here for Bane. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Assisted by Jaren Jackson Jr.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Grizzlies trail by 5. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Sharpe passes to Grant. Inside. And he dunks it down.
And at his size, Klingett is always an above-the-rim threat.
For Memphis, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Pippen, no good. Trailblazers lead by 7. Ooh, poked away. Here we go, all alone. And there's the lob, and an emphatic jam on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Back to Jackson. The 3. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Portland has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Knocks it down from distance.
And you see right there the practice time Sharpe's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Here's Bane. And Klingett pulls it down. Portland has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Pass to Sharp. 4-3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Klingon. Outside Thibault. They set the screen. Pass to Simons. 5 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. To the paint. It's Sharp on the wing. He buries it from 3. Sharp's got 12.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for the Portland Trailblazers. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. From about 16, Avdia pulls it in.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
The 3 from Ayton. Back to Sharp. It's Avdia on the wing. Pass to Ayton. Hey, expanding his range. Buries it from 3. 7 points in the game. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Simons passes to Sharp. And the 3 off target. Grizzlies trail by 15. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Memphis shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First one falls. Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
For Memphis, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Here we go, all alone. Kamari, that's good. Kamari's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
3-pointer Sharp. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Simons outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Avdia from outside. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Morant. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And some changes here for Portland. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. And Memphis also making a switch. Aldama's checked in. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Portland making a switch here. Thibel's checked in. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Henderson finds Thybulle. Back to Henderson. Now here's Thybulle. The three is up. Aldama grabs the board. Henderson against Morant. Shot from the wing. And it's Memphis with another.
And Morant can really fill it up, especially from these in-between areas.
Now here's Henderson. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Back to Ayton. Henderson, the pass to Ayton. And here's Thybulle. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Aldama outside. Pass to Edey. Grant with a steal. And he gets it to go. Grant's got 8.
Yeah, a tremendous athlete. Grant excels on the fast break.
Here's Morant. Oh! Morant! Wow!
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Pippen comes in for Desmond Bane. Back to Henderson. Lets the three fly. Nails it from 3. Henderson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Out left to the wing. Here's Aldama. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Now Henderson. Pass to Thybulle. Grant outside. From outside the arc. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Ooh, could be a backbreaker. What a way to carry them into the final quarter.
And so it's Portland in control with... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Pippen. We've got Delano Banton. Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Henderson, and it's Klingon in at the center spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Banton. Kept alive. Outside, Williams. Pass to Banton. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Banton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Henderson scanning the floor. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Banton. And here's Grant from the arc. Outside, Williams. Here's Grant. 3-pointer. Clark grabs the board. Here's Wells. He's covered by Grant. Wells misses. Portland leading by 14. Here's Banton. 3-pointer, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Henderson. Now the Blazers on the move. Fires the 3. And it's Bain with the rebound. Grizzlies trail by 14. And they're running from the stripe. Pippen, no good. And here's Grant. Pass to Williams. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
There's the drive. Grant, the pass to Williams. Fires for three. Grant's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. The three ball. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it. Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Aldama, no good.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
The fader. Memphis with a rebound.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
2 minutes.
Bain against Williams. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Rupert, he's checked in for Portland. Simons comes in for Banton. And Memphis also making a switch. Edey's checked in for Clark. Here's Rupert. Releases from the wing and drills it. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Edey for three. Drills it from deep.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Trailblazers.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Jeremy Grant.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Pippen, defended by Henderson. And again, it's Memphis missing. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
So no problem for Portland as they get the win.
run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Now here's Butler. Back to Podziemski. The 3. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Jackson from downtown. Connects from three-point range.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Curry. Podziemski on the wing. Will it go? Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Inside. And the dunk by Wells.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Here's Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Greg. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
And slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And it's Morant missing. Warriors trail by 6. Shot from 12. Edey with the rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Here's Morant. The Warriors making the shot.
Hustle, anticipation, those are keys for Steph Curry on blocks like that.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Memphis.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Basket good.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Edey. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Morant with it. He's got 13. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Clark right side. Here's Aldama. From outside, off the mark. Warriors trail by 10. Moody the pass to Green. Three-pointer healed. The Grizzlies pull it in. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the right side. Clark outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Payne for three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And, guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to trying to feed that, get out quick.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Pippen is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Clark in at the 5 down low. Warriors trail by 12. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the score by Memphis. Curry can't get it to go. As we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Payton against Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Kuminga. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Kennard launches it from deep. Curry with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Clark. The Warriors pull it in. Curry passes to Payton. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Clark sets a screen for Pippen, and the basket is good. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Curry's shot is good.
That's a clever attack from Curry, just finding an angle, and he gets around the defender towards the basket.
The 3, Pippen. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pippen misses. Warriors trail by 9. Here's the 3. It's Clark with the rebound. Aldama finds Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Three-pointer healed. Offensive rebound. Curry wide open. Steph, perfection from the arc.
It doesn't matter if if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Pippen misses. The Warriors have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Here's Kuminga, and Kuminga throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Back to Jackson Davis. Outside Curry. Kuminga kicks to Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 10.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Now Pippen. He's got 5. Pass to Kennard. 4 on the shot clock. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. He's got 6.
And Kennard picks up the other end of that phone and says, I'll answer with a 3.
Healed outside. Back to Payton. Kuminga sets a screen for Payton. Lets it go from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Memphis in control with the 9-point lead. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
Now, Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Here's Podziemski. 5 points in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Podziemski's got 7.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Edey gets the bucket. Warriors trail by 7. Butler with the bucket down low.
Now the combo of strength and quickness from Butler, that's going to help him on the inside.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. The guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Memphis leading by 5. Here's Wells. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination. And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Morant for 3. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Morant outside. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Gary Payton is checked in for Moody. Edey gets the bucket.
3 points.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Green with the jam.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Morant.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
Memphis leading by 9. From the arc. Over to the left wing. Hits it from three-point range. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. The shot by Butler, nobody around. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Led by as many as 14 points. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Some changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Brandon Pajemski. And Hield subbed in for Curry. Pippen's checked in for Memphis.
Looney not afraid to get in there and knew that opportunity was going to open up.
And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Clark is checked in for the Grizzlies. Gigi Jackson comes in for Bain. 59 seconds left in the third. Pippen for 3. It's the three-point bomb. Pippen's got 8.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
The shot by Looney, no good. Memphis leading by 9. And here's Pippen. 8 points for him. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so it's Golden State with it after Memphis gets the 3. Butler loves the three-point look.
I love how competitive Jimmy Butler is. You know he's not going to let the opposition get the best of him.
Here's Pippen. He's got 11. Jackson up top. Got it off in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Memphis in control with the nut. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Memphis leading. So on the floor for Memphis. Santi Aldama is out there with Wells. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Pippen. And it's Bain in at the 2. Now here's Hield. Off target from outside. Pippen against Payton. And Aldama has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Warriors shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Kuminga with a wide-open look. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open 3.
Pippen, the pass to Bain. Over Hield. And another miss by Memphis. Warriors trail by 6. There's the triple. Grizzlies with the rebound. Aldama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Clark outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Pippen. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Now here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. It's rebounded by Curry. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Looney kicks to Hield. Beyond the arc. And Pippen pulls it down. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Wells. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And for Memphis, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Bane inside the three-point line. Again, Memphis. Warriors trail by 15. Here's Looney. Nailed from three-point land.
How about that? Kevon Looney able to knock down the three-pointer, expanding his game.
Outside, Bane puts up a 3. Again, the miss by Bane. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. It's Curry outside. Aldama with the rebound. Aldama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Clark with a wide-open look. No good from outside. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Down by 12. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen. Wells, he's checked in for Memphis. Warriors trail by 14. Curry fires from way outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Memphis with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Grizzlies.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ja Morant.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Now here's Morant. From outside the arc, can't get it to fall. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
one-on-one. But I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamari in at the small forward. Right side Curry. Outside Butler. 4-3. He buries it from 3.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
Simons outside. Curry with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. Moody misses. Here's Kamari. Green covering. Avdia outside. Here's Kamari. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And it's Moody penetrating. Outside for Green. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown.
Must have been too good to pass up because Green is kind of picky from the arc.
Here's Ayton. Pass to Kamari. There's Simons with a 3. Sharpe with it. And here's Simons. Moody defends. And that one's good.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And the shot goes.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Ayton passes to Simons. Avdia outside. Jacks up a 3. And he buries his first look.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
And here's Curry for 3. Rebounded by Kamari. For Portland, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. 3-pointer Sharpe. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, a fearless finish from a fearless player. Jimmy making some noise.
Ayton, no good. Golden State has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. It's Podziemski on the wing. Fade away. No good on the shot.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And Ayton gets it to go.
Smooth shooting from the mid-range. Ayton knows when to look to score from there.
The 3 ball. Curry's shot is off. Portland trailing here. Avdia from outside gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And here's Curry for 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. There's Simons with a 3. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. That won't go either for Curry.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Green for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Green's got 8.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Avdia. From downtown. Kamari, no good. In transition, here they come. Now here's Curry. Outside Moody. There's the triple. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Denny Avdia making it happen. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court right now for Portland. Sharp teams with Thibault on the perimeter. Klingon out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Simons in at the point. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Avdia, good.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Curry's shot is off.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Back to Avdia. Pass to Thibault. The 3 is up. Kuminga pulls it in. Warriors trail by 4. To the paint. Outside heel. The 3. And there's Kuminga. That one's good on the assist by Heel. Kuminga's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Klingon. Pass to Simons for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Growing his passing game. Sharp knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Left side Curry. Here's the 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. And here's Simons outside. Hits the trifecta. Now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Curry's shot is off.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Thibault finds Avdia. Stolen. Right side Kuminga. And it's off from 3-point range. Portland leading by 7. Outside Sharp. Pass to Simons. Back to Sharp from behind the arc. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. The Warriors shooting just 35% from the floor. You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
There's Simons with a 3. Offensive rebound. Klingon. Avdia from outside. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Hield passes to Kuminga. A minute 37 left in the second. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Payton. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Portland leading by 7. Here's Thibault. Another 3 for Portland.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game. Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
There's Simons with a 3. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Pass to Avdia. The 3. Sharp, no good.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
The three from Curry. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad three for Steph.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Simons missing. Warriors trail by 10. Curry with it. Dibble picks him up. Curry, no good. For Portland, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Pass to Simons. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And that concludes the first half. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. One of the stories here, Denny Avdia getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Jonathan Kuminga. He's out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
On target from range.
You got to expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
Pass to Kamari. Over to the wing. Here's Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Here's Spencer. The three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers lead by 7. There's Simons with a 3. Buries it from 3. Simons has got 14.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
And here's Kuminga for 3. It's not going to go for him. Portland has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Simons. Gets to the corner and hits it. 16 points for him. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And there's Kuminga. That one's good on the assist by Hield. The Trailblazers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Payton finds Avdia. Misses the 3. Warriors trail by 9. And here's Kuminga for 3. They get it again. There's the 3. Portland with a rebound. Kamari's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ayton. And here's Avdia. Now Simons, guarded by Hield. Simons against Hield. To the left wing. Here's Kamari. And here's Simons outside. Kuminga pulls it in.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost? Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
And the basket by Hield.
Love the response there from Hield, matching threes.
And here's Simons outside. The rebound by Payton. Payton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Spencer. Simons with a rebound.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Here's Kamari. Fires in the triple. Kamare's got 6.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Kamare, no good. Warriors trail by 9. Here's Payton. Another 3 for Golden State.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Takes the 3. Tipped away. Pass to Kamare. And here's Simons outside. The shot, no good. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Here's Spencer. Let's go with a 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Kamare. Drills it from deep. Kamare's got 6 in the quarter. Well, the Warriors shooting just 36% in the third. Here's Post. No points so far. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Simons outside. Got it off in time. And so it's Portland leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been very effective from the three-point line. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. Then there's Delano Banton. And it's Henderson in at the 1.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Banton can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 6. Lets the 3 fly. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Fires from deep. Banton, good. Banton's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
And the Warriors miss again. Trailblazers lead by 9. Back to Banton. The 3 is up. Hits the three-pointer. Banton's got 6 here in the quarter. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Outside for Grant. Pass to Banton. Fires the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Podziemski. Green controls the rebound and the putback.
This is the energy that Green provides. Just flat out refuses to give up on any play.
On the wing, Grant. Three-pointer. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Warriors trail by 10. Pass to Green. Podziemski with it. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Three-pointer off the mark. Portland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. For 3, Klingon. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. They could get back within single digits of the lead. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Banton. There's a screen. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Warriors shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. He was all alone on that one. Podziemski's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's a fantastic decision by Curry. Defense too focused in on Steph.
Henderson, the pass to Graham. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
What a response from Curry. Gotta know he's coming for his revenge.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Henderson against Curry. Unloads. Henderson misses.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
And here's Butler outside. Banton pulls it in.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Fires it. The offensive rebound from the arc. Outside for Henderson. Pass to Banton. Williams with the screen. Banton, good. Banton's got 9 points now in the second half.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Trailblazers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Deni Avdija.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
So it's Portland now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Henderson for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And here's Butler outside. And so Portland takes the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices.
top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Avdia is out there with Ayton. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. Jackson with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. A kick out to Bane. Morant with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
And you look at how ready Morant was for that. He was on his spot, feet planted, ready to fire.
Here's Sharpe. Edey with the rebound.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
The shot by Wells, no good. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a #1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Now, here's Sharpe. Following the miss by Ja Morant. And the wide-open shot from Avdia. They get the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Now, here's Sharpe. Here's Kamare. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jackson against Avdia. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Avdia. The fadeaway J off the mark. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the basket by Jackson.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
The shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19. He's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. And confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he's certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
The Grizzlies have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The 3 ball sinks the triple.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Avdia against Morant. Low block shot on the way. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that. And it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. Trailblazers trail by 5. Takes a 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Pippen against Avdia. 6 to shoot. Outside, Bain. A fader. And Klingon pulls it down.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
For three. And the three ball is good. Here's Pippen. Jackson, a screen on Henderson. For three, Pippen. That shot off the mark. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies out in front. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Matisse Thybulle. Klingon is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the three spot. Pippen finds Aldama. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 6 points for Jaren Jackson.
Quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
It's the three-point bomb.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Now, here's Kennard. Pulls from the top of the key, and Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his fourth rebound in this one. Stolen. Clark with it. Klingon defending. Clark the pass to Aldama. And here's Kennard. Three, Pippen trains it from beyond the arc. Pippen's got 5 now.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
No good from Grant. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Like the pass from Clark there, showing he can be a piece of the puzzle.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Grant outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hits it from three-point range. Thybulle's got 6 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for them.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Floats it up for Grant. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Henderson down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by Kamare.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 3-point lead. Got that bucket in no time at all. He has 6. Portland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
And they're on the break. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Bain in for Kennard. Henderson for 3. They grab their own miss. Simons kicks to Williams. Henderson outside. Outside, Simons. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Memphis leading by 3. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. A three-pointer, no good. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Pass to Ayton. Takes the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Grizzlies lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Sharp, the pass to Simons. Shoots over Morant. And it's Simons missing. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Wells. That's tipped. Morant against Ayton. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. From deep. And it's Morant missing. Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Memphis leading. Bain kicks to Morant. Bain sets the screen for Morant. Misses the wing Jerry. The Trailblazers shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
From deep three-point land, the Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 7 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Sharp. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Morant against Simon. And Morant gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
A stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Pass to Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Edey's got 5 now.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Jackson with it. Now Henderson defending. Down low. Here's Edey. It's hauled in by Thibault. Portland trailing here. In the corner, Henderson with it. Shoots over Wells, and that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got his first bucket in this one. For Memphis, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Morant's got space. Avdia with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And that one's good by Henderson.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Edey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now, here's Thibault. Guarded by Morant. Thibault with the ball. From past the arc. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Trailblazers. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Grant is out there with Williams. Then there's Klingon. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Banton in at the 2 guard. Stolen by Pippen. This one for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
Bain, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Pippen for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Grant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Banton. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Henderson against Pippen. Here's Banton. They get the rebound. Williams passes to Banton. For 3, Henderson nailed from 3-point land. Henderson's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Henderson against Pippen. Wells wide open. A steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Banton's shot is off.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Anderson with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Pass to Klingon. They set the pick. The kick out to Williams. Over to the wing. Henderson outside. Portland moving the ball around. Banton. Portland no good that time either.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Pippen with a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. Pippen's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. It's Henderson on the wing. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The shot's good.
And the first thing I thought of confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Grant, that's good.
And this team counts on Grant in those big moments, and you can see why.
Pippen misses. Portland leading. For 3, Henderson. It's Clark with the rebound. Pippen outside. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Shoots the 3. Hands it from downtown. Pippen's got 6 in the quarter. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Second shot opportunity. Pass to Aldama. Clock at 6. Hands the 3. Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
Grant for 3. Here's Banton. Lets it go with a 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
Here's Pippen. It drops.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Outside, Payne. Puts up a 3. Off on that one. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Jimmy Butler out there with Moody, and it's Green in at the 5, down low.
Man, look out when Jimmy Butler feels confident and comfortable from deep.
Outside Bain, fires from deep, knocks down the long J.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout. Or even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pajimski with it. He's picked up by Bain. Here's Butler. The 3. Memphis with a rebound. We've played just over a minute here in the first. You know, not too many teams have the stability and head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Yeah, the Grizzlies head coach and I were able to chat. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him, Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, B.A.
And Allie, thanks.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
The kick out, Curry. Back to Moody. Clock at 6. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back, and of course he did it. That's the answer.
To the right side. Here's Edey. He's covered by Curry. Edey, that's good. Edey's got 5. The Warriors have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Outside, Green. Outside Curry. Floats one up, and he gets it to go. Give him 8.
Like to see it when Steph has the confidence to try the floater just over the top of the defense and that soft touch, and it goes.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target from outside. The Warriors lead by 3. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
And then Morant with the dunk!
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside. Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. The jump hook. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Here's Moody. Again, the Warriors score. Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Edey. The jump hook, and he can't bank that one in. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. Six to shoot. With the floater, and he comes up with a bucket.
So many intriguing parts to Jimmy Butler's game, including that delicate floater.
Pass to Edey. 32 seconds left in the first. Shot from 12. It's good. Edey's got 9 points. The Warriors lead by 3. Now Curry. Give him 8. From behind the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Brandon Clark out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Santi Aldama. And it's Pippen in at the point guard position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
Aldama right side. Over Payton. Rebounded by Hield. The Warriors lead by 5. From downtown. The shot off that time.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Kennard can't get it to go.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. 2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Payton with a steal. Pass to Spencer. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Back to Payton. Here's Spencer. Outside Hield. 4-3. That one no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Beyond the arc. Pippen, no good. The Warriors leading. Outside Hield. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Kuminga. And he buries his first look.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And Brett, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Kennard for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Pass to post. And the layup is good. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Jackson. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Kuminga. Outside Payton. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Kuminga throws it down.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Aldama, left side. 19-footer. The rebound by Post.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Outside Kuminga. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Takes a three. Clark grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 8. Out to the right wing. Jackson the screen to the wing, right side. Aldama outside. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Takes it inside. Healed up top. It could go. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Warriors ahead, up by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
For the fan, half-court shot, drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, BA, if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler, and it's Green in at center.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Butler. Left side Moody. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Butler. Butler takes it in. Misses from close range. And so Moran will bring it up for Memphis. That one is off. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. There's the triple. The three dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Curry against Moran. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. From deep. Another three for Golden State.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
Morant looking around. Here's Edey. Count the basket. Edey's got 15.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Morant against Curry. The teardrop. Oh, Curry takes the contact and hits it anyway.
This is just not a surprise. Steph Curry is having a massive offensive game.
Pass to Edey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. And Golden State also making a switch. Payton's checked in for Moody. Curry with it. Jackson in his pocket. Tried by Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Pajemski. Back to Payton. On the wing, Curry. Shot clock at 6. With the teardrop. Oh, a delicate floater by Curry.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Over Green. Edey, that's good. Edey's got 19 points. The Warriors lead by 5. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Curry looking it over. Takes a 13-footer. The rebound by Edey.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Edey. Butler covering. The jump hook. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Curry against Morant. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
Grizzlies trail by 3. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Pippen, no good. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Outside Kuminga. Lets it go from deep. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Santi Aldama out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Desmond Bane, and it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Edey's checked in for Clark.
Now into the lineup for your
Here's Curry. Spins. Fires for 3. Curry splashes it in.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Edey. The jump hook, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now here's Jackson Davis. Outside Curry. Curry at the rim.
Curry's toughness on display inside there, just clashing inside.
To the wing on the left. Here's Edey. Oh, it's his 10th basket on 12 tries. You got to appreciate the efficiency here.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Nice shot by Kuminga.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
To the middle. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Grizzlies trail by 9. Pass to Edey. From the baseline, Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Golden State has gone 7 for 17 from 3-point range so far in this matchup. There's the steal. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Edey. He's watched by Kuminga. Edey, that's good. Edey's got 25 points.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
Outside Curry. And the foul on Santi Aldama. That'll be a second foul of the game. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Pippen. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And stolen by Green. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Butler. Fade away. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Edey. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Outside Curry. And we've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. A deep 3. The rebound by Jackson. Here's Edey. He's covered by Curry. Outside Bane. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him. And so the Warriors take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to